out and there's an explosion of enthusiasm for you. Yeah! Damn it, jeez! She is the coordinator, leader, master, general thing. She is one of the main folks who brings us the Detroit Fire Collective. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Jadey.
Why, hello everybody. How are we doing tonight? Oh, that was horrible. Come on, how are we fucking doing tonight? Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. Ooh, look at that. I got a projector screen and all. Whew. I'm still catching my breath from that last one. All right, everybody. So I am Jadey. Thank you so much, Zach, for giving me a nice, wonderful announcement. I am the owner of the Detroit Fire Collective as well as Sunshine Fire Entertainment. These are two separate companies. The company you just saw performing was Sunshine Fire Entertainment. And there's two very big differences between these companies. The first is that Sunshine Fire Entertainment is a performance company. We are for-profit. We do this all over the place. Detroit Fire Collective is the exact opposite. We are not for money. We do not do performances. We are an open practice that happens once a week, each week, here at the Tangent Gallery. It's for open to anyone that would like to come, from beginners to no experience, to people who have been doing this for years. So, when I think about the Detroit Fire Collective, the greatest reward that comes to my mind is accomplishment. Each and every Monday, I feel this joy grow. From the moment I drive up Milwaukee and see the street full of lights, a spark ignites within me. Whew, really gotta catch my breath there. The reason this accomplishment feels so good is because of the hard work that it took to create it. We did not always have a street full of cars. In fact, we used to have barely any cars out there at all. 2 years ago, when the Detroit Fire Collective was handed to Andrew Stoico and myself, there was a lot of room for growth. We had recently moved to a new location, our flow jams were inconsistent, and our numbers had dwindled. The first step to a new future for our community was stability. Regardless of how many people came out each Monday, we knew that we had to start having our flow jams every week. This would lay the groundwork. However, running a practice and rebuilding a community was not easy. Andrew and I had to realistically look at our strengths and weaknesses. Andrew's strength was dedication to opening up practices each week. My strength was social media. Together, we had patience. Whenever forming a new community or business, it's very important to clearly define the roles between each other. Little by little, our community began to grow. And in order to keep it growing, we needed to work together. We needed to water, feed, and nourish it. We needed a vision. An idea of what kind of community we wanted to create. The vision I saw for Monday Night Flow Jam was a place that people could explore their creativity. A place where a person could feel welcome regardless of skill level and background. However, I can't tell a community how I want it to be. I can only act the way I would want to be treated if I was new and wanted to feel welcome and accepted. I realized I wanted to do this through teaching. I decided that there were two ways to do this best. The first was that I could not myself be afraid to mess up in public. It's called practice for a reason, right? And I wanted my actions to show that I believed that. Looking back to my first Monday Night Flow Jam, I remember it being intimidating. There were so many people around doing so many amazing things that I sometimes thought to myself, am I good enough? Do I fit in here? In rebuilding a community, I wanted people to see that it was okay to mess up. I also wanted individuals to feel empowered. If an individual came to our group not knowing a single thing about the flow arts, I wanted them to feel like they could get involved. I went out of my way each practice to walk up to people, introduce myself, ask to know a little bit about them, and if they've never done the faux arts before, I would invite myself to show them something. Or if they wanted to learn a specific prop, I would find someone that knew how to do that prop. In all honesty though, this grew tiring for me. I had to be able to recognize that I was getting burned out from teaching. If I wanted to keep moving forward, I needed to take a step back. And when I did this, something amazing happened. Other people took my place. Many of these people were the very people that I introduced once to their first practice, and now I saw them doing it for others. And suddenly it hit me. It's really happening. I knew that I had to keep working hard. I wanted to bring back regular workshops, buy more props, expand to other circus arts that our community had not yet explored, and on top of that, I needed to have an LLC, sign waivers, and find insurance. I had to be an adult. Scary words, mind you. This is, and still, taking a lot of time, work, energy, and even hurt feelings. The reality of it is, when running a community, you can't please everyone. And by taking on the role that I have taken, you can't always be everyone's best friend. The most you can do is trust yourself and be yourself, regardless of the pressures that people may place on you. And not to mention the pressures that you place on yourself, wanting to please people, wanting to make everybody happy. Be ready to take steps forward and one step back. If you're feeling like you need help, reach out. It's likely that somewhere, someone out there is doing something similar to what you're doing and is willing to help. If you're looking to start your own business, I'm sure a community out there already exists, so don't do it alone. Always remember that money changes everything, especially within friendships. Have a clear agreement in the beginning of where you want to be at in the end. And finally, believe in yourself. Know that anytime you're feeling like it's not worth it, imagine what you could or already have accomplished. Thank you everyone for coming out here tonight and coming to support this wonderful event. If you're looking to get involved in our community, I invite you to check out our Facebook page, the Detroit Fire Collective. And make sure to reach out to the group because we do have a fan page. The group page is where all of our weekly events and details will be posted. If you have any other questions, please feel free to approach me. I'll be here all night. And we also have an info booth over there with tons of props and extra stuff for people to play with. So please go ahead, go over there, meet some new people, play with some of the props, and have a great night. Thank you.
Jadey of the Detroit Fire Collective, everyone. Once again, every Monday, right here, like right in the other room, and it's beginning to be so big that it has to come into this room. There's a magical communal learning environment of learning to spin the fiery things around. It's super magical. It's really, really good.
So a hug would be like, wanna hug me?
No, yeah.
If you look slightly low like that.